So a little side note on those cobblestones I was talking about, the Boston Bridge. I had a friend of mine who was living in Massachusetts. He was an iron worker on bridges in Boston, all over the New England. But I got a call one day. He said, "Donald, I want some cobblestones." I said, "Yeah, that make a neat driveway. Maybe yeah." So he says, "All you have to do is pay for shipping." Okay. So, a few hours later, 2 huge semi-trailer trucks full of cobblestones pulled up to the driveway, backed in and dumped them. I can't tell you how many of these cobblestones were in the yard, in that pile. But anyways, they had to get cleaned off. Now, cobblestone, the ones we had weighed 20-25 pounds apiece. No uniformity, just heavy. So I had a chipping hammer and I started cleaning off the hot top and worked all day and had a wheelbarrow full. Called up Smitty and said, "Hey, this isn't working." He says, "I'll come down and help you. We'll split the cobblestones." So he came down, worked for a few hours and said, "Nah, let's sell them." So the contractor came along and bought them. Bought the whole pile, had a front end loader, loaded them up, took them away. But he only had one truck, one dump truck, a big one. And it was heaped over the top. I have no idea what the weight was. But I know the bridge that he was going over in Topsfield, and it was not rated for that truck. Somehow he made it, got rid of the cobblestones. So much for that idea. So when you're watching, you do have to watch. When you're walking, you do have to watch where you're going. This definitely could have been a Camino stopper right here. That little step there. Yep. Uh-oh. Looks like the boardwalk ends. Back to the beach. Okie dokie. Looks like a path down here. And I don't know. Keep going down. Yep. Now we're bushwhacking. This reminds me of Arizona hiking where you're out there and no trails and okay. Yep, it's a trail. Trail of sorts. Onward. All I can say is there's footprints and sort of a trail. Well, I don't know. I just had to crawl on my hands and knees to get through a spot. A branch, low branch. And, oh good, a more defined track. So I think I probably get off the trail a bit, because here's coming up this way and heading out. Okay. This section is really quite beautiful. It's quiet, remote, no vehicles, no people. Wow. Guess you have to have faith in your GPS. Camino Ninja. That's what I'm using. Well, I just stopped for a minute, looking around, turned around, and there's the old boardwalk up here. Hasn't been used in a few years. All behind the sand dunes. Well, so far this morning I have not seen one pilgrim. Amazing. So people are either way ahead of me or catching up. I guess that's a pretty logical assumption. Well, I've left the trail. I'm off the trail quite a bit. There's a stream to cross to get back to that trail at the end of the edge of the meadow over there. So I have a choice, either walk back or keep going. I'm going to keep going. Let's see what's up there. I have plenty of time today. There's no rush. I can always turn around later. So there's a few tracks, and I'm just basically following the top of the dunes. And I expanded the map. It looked like a boardwalk coming down from a road to the beach. And up on that probably dirt road was the commuter trail, a route. I'm glad I kept going, so far. Well, I just came over a rise, and there is a boardwalk ahead. Let's see if it's in one piece and where it goes. And here's the old boardwalk here. Yep. I guess the storms took it out. Yep, no question. I'll go around this debris. All pressure treated, so this must have been fairly new at one point. Oh, of course it was. Well, the temperature just dropped about 5 degrees. Real dark clouds rolling in. I took off my shirt. I think I'm going to get my rain gear on, just so I don't get soaked if it does come. I can always take it off later. My day is officially done. 7 miles, and I've wrapped it up.